On guys, gonna get into the market and what I'm buying. And basically, we had another down day followed by an end of day short covering, kind of a squeeze. So we pretty much had back to back of the same trading days, which paid if you were short. So I know some of us in the Discord, we did get in puts and was able to make some money on this. I am going to talk about SoFi and CCCX. We're going to go over the flow and the gamma charts, as well as the trading view charts. All right, now on to SoFi. So I did decide to buy some more shares today, and it's getting to some attractive levels that I've been waiting for a long time. Some pretty heavy demand zones are approaching. I do expect a bounce soon. In the overall market, whether it be a dead cat or not, I do think that these zones are going to see some nice bounces. So I am scaling into some shares, dollar cost averaging, and if we were to get this green zone, if SoFi does break 20, which according to the gamma, there is a heavy put wall around $20, so 2 million. If you break that, then next stop you're probably looking around 19 or 18. So if we did get those levels, that's where I'm going to be buying leaps and shares as well. Don't really want to see it break below 1651. I think that would suck, but that is what I'm looking for. If you zoom out on the monthly, I think these levels should hold. However, if the overall market wants to just sell everything, say there's crazy news, bombing, war, whatever, I think this could come down even further. But I think if you have a longer term outlook on SoFi with shares, I don't see a problem buying in this area. So that is what I'm watching for right now. So as far as the flow goes for SoFi, we are seeing 2.1 million to the call side, a little under a million to the put side. And this one caught my eye. So they threw down 410K for 220 at the 21 strike. So relatively safe, but I do like seeing the call flow start to pile back in as we approach these demand levels. We obviously can expect a bounce. So that is what we're looking for on SoFi. And CCCX, this is one I've been very patient on as well. And although the chart does not look great, it is approaching a heavy demand zone that has bounced quite a few times in these levels. So although demand is likely not fresh down here, and it could continue to break through, I just did a starter position, picked up like 100 shares. If it does come down to NAV at $10, that is where I'm going to buy heavier. But right now, this is still a speculative play. They still need to do the merger. We'll see how the market reacts to that kind of stuff. But I do like Inflection. I made a video on them. I think 5 years down the line, this stock should do well. And, we'll see how it goes. I think risking 100 shares isn't that big of a deal. You could even do leaps if you want to pay less for it. And then as for the overall market, we still do have a ways to go if we want to correct. IWM is just testing previous month value area low, so we were just at these levels. But you're seeing a lot more stocks really sell off. Some that pop into my head right now are Oklo, Hood, Coin, Rivian. Stocks like that are really selling off. And we haven't even fallen that much yet. So that is something to keep in mind. We still have a ways to go. If we look at SPY, kind of broke down out of this rising wedge, and we keep having these bullish days and then followed by a complete sell. So very choppy, news heavy market right now. And same with QQQ. So we are approaching some heavy demand zones. I would just hate for people to be heavily short when we get that pop. So these zones right here should see some dead cat bounces at least. And if we confirm above, then that's when you would stop out of puts. But I would just be careful going too heavy short right now until we get that relief rally. Then you can reassess. As for the heaviest flow of the day, we will just go to the golden swings real quick. So these already paid. These puts right here, these paid this morning. They could still be holding, but I'm not sure at the moment. I'm sure they took profits. And then this one came in closer to the end of the day. Crazy strike on that. So 63.50. and that is $500 out of the money, expiring next week. So very interesting. I'm definitely going to be watching to see how that does. And then weekly swings, still a lot of puts, but at the end of the day, after hours actually, right at the bell, we saw some SPX calls come in for tomorrow. So maybe you get a little relief rally tomorrow. But that's pretty much what I have, guys. Let me know what you're buying, if you are buying anything right now or just waiting. I don't mind waiting for the dust to settle. I just wanted to scale in to these positions to start. So please like and subscribe and have a good one.